Valued member, current resident, lemon, banana. How am I supposed to live life with all these financial obligations crushing down on my soul?
How long have I been asleep?
Hi everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd, and it's time for a review, High on Fire, de Vermis Mysteriis. Yeah, pronunciation. These guys are a California stoner and sludge metal trio that came together in the aftermath of the seminal stoner metal band Sleep. High on Fire has been releasing albums for well over 10 years now. I reviewed their previous LP that dropped a few years ago, Snakes for the Divine, which I liked, but because of the slightly less heavy production that album delivered, it really hasn't gone down as one of the band's most powerful releases. But the ups and downs this band has been through over the course of its career have been very, very slight. High on Fire is not only known for its sound, its style, but consistency. Just one quality metal record after another, showcasing tons of raw aggression and personality. And I want to emphasize that word, raw. Raw and in your face. That's how High on Fire albums feel. I like how the band consistently does not use that much reverb. When it is in their songs, it's very subtle. Instead, High on Fire makes music that is heavy and is overpowering because of how close it feels. It's like a serious invasion of personal space. It's like Matt Pike, the band's vocalist slash guitarist, is screaming right in my face. I'm like, oh my god, dude, just back off a little bit. This album really gives the feeling of just being pushed, being shoved, being held down, and no matter how hard you push back, there's just no resistance. The guitars are so freaking loud, the bass guitar is being played so hard, you hear the strings just slapping on the neck. And who is helping out with the sound? Kurt Ballou of Converge. High on Fire this time around is sounding more full, more saturated, more jam-packed than ever. It's a lot to take in, but not just because of the sound. It's how fast the band is playing, how intricate some of the performances on this record are. The drum fills on this thing sometimes are pretty insane, and the guitar solos are great too. It's also how aggressively these guys are playing, and just Matt Pike's vocals, which I already talked about, but man, they are just so guttural. Maybe he wakes up every morning and just gargles broken glass. I don't know. Sometimes between just the speed of this record and Matt's vocals and some of the riffs on this thing, High on Fire just hits me like the next logical step past what Motorhead was doing in the 80s with their brand of heavy metal. But what I like even more about this record is that I feel like it brings back something that Death Is This Communion had, something that made that record great, and something that I feel like Snakes for the Divine was missing a little bit, and that is some serious variety among the tracks. The opener on this thing delivers a really grim, kind of melodic chorus that I like a lot, and one of the best guitar solos on the entire LP is toward the end of this track on the instrumental bridge, just tapping in there, just really noodly, really intense. And the track Fertile Green kind of separates itself with its speed. The snare drum led drums on this one just feel so, they've got so much push to them, and they switch between this really fast beat and these just intense fills that are pushed up against these descending guitar chords that have a really kind of dark, evil characteristic to them. There's a really slow, headbanging riff on the track Madness of an Architect, and there is a gorgeous instrumental interlude that comes right after that track. Bright, almost uplifting, harmonized guitar solos toward the end of the track, and the band, every single time they hit the fourth bar of this groove that they're playing, they subtract a beat from the bar, and it kind of throws the groove off a little bit in an interesting way, but they play it off so naturally. And after a really great solid first half, and I know this has happened to you too, you just kind of think in your head, man, how can the rest of this album not be awesome? Well, after the first half, my favorite tracks end up being the slower ones. The track King of Days is pretty much a legitimate metal ballad, stoner sludge metal ballad, and there are some real notes kind of coming through on Matt Pike's vocals, something I really haven't heard him do this clearly for like a couple albums. There are these ooh chorus vocals in there that feel kind of angelic, but kind of like black hellish angelic, and there are these very slow, heavy guitar chords that are just like lighter worthy. It's a track that feels like crushing and inspiring at the same time. The song WARHORN, the closer on this thing, has even clearer vocals, and the lyrics just hit so hard and are so vivid, telling this story about a war zone. I thought this album was fantastic. I didn't think High on Fire was going to come out with an LP that punched this hard after Snakes for the Divine, but they did not disappoint for me at all. I feel like this LP has the speed and has that direct, cutthroat approach that Snakes for the Divine did, but brings forth that overbearing, overpowering production that album should have had. And these faster and more extreme tracks are leveled out a bit with a good number of songs that are either really heavy, really slow, or very melodic and kind of pretty. Some of the songs on here are pretty long, but High on Fire still could have gone the distance, pushed out a few more tracks, threw a few more angles in this LP. But outside of that, I can't really complain. I'm feeling a strong 8 to a light 9 on this thing, but what do you guys think of it? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Why? And what should I review next? Anthony Fantano, High on Fire, forever.